what this original contract was to come in and replace 4 windows very similar to this and smaller around the house. So if you can see, the trim is actually cut properly with that vertical 90-degree cut right there coming down, unlike the house that's across the street right here. The other big thing for siding here that you see is the proper stagger, where you go 32, 16. You see a lot of guys mess up and just go 16 all the way up, or just go 32, all the way up and never overlap. Anyway, the reason that this one was done, it wasn't part of the original contract. We pulled that window out and it was just bleeding. And when you're on these big hills like this, you get massive wind-driven rain that comes in there, you tend to have issues. And what happens is it'll either hit, a lot of times if the top side's exposed, it'll hit the top side, wick off and run down. But this one had a failed window and it was bleeding out of the weep hole areas kind of around the window unit. The waterproofing had massively deteriorated. So when we opened it up, there had to be a sheet of plywood that was replaced in the middle. By the time that you have all that issue with underlayment and holes in the underlayment, it usually a lot of times makes more sense, instead of just replacing the top half of the wall, to just go ahead and replace the whole wall. This is how we can actually warranty this. This is also one of the biggest things that I see people mess up on staggers for Hardie plank. You've got your 32, but you got your basically 16 coming back. You stagger all of them coming out on 32, but you have everything all split out. This is a proper stagger for Hardie plank. I say on probably about 85–90% of homes that we see, it'll be either all 32 going up or all 16 going up on the actual studs, and that is an improper installation. This same thing happened here. This is one of the original windows. We opened it up. It had some really terrible wind-driven rain issues down here at the bottom, and it was the same deal. It's like, well, we have already basically half of the wall that's damaged in the middle. Why don't we just go ahead and do the whole thing for a proper warranty? This thing gets beat to crap anyway. We want to make sure that it gets done right. So the owner elected to go ahead and have it done. All right, so here we are on the other side of the house here, and as you can see, we don't have the same product. We replaced this with cedar. The damage wasn't anywhere near as extensive, and we were able to kind of weave in some new underlayment in sections, so we weren't as worried about this for waterproofing. It's not on one of those really big hills that has, an issue right there. Still an issue, you got to watch out for it, but what we did was we just basically replaced structural pieces of plywood, just 2x2 sections instead of full sheets like that other side. And what we did was we wove back in siding to properly repair those sections. And obviously this is a pre-primed cedar product. There's a couple big issues that I had with the previous contractor, one of which he never used any type of L metal or deck metal flashing. This is another pretty critical part of doing a proper siding installation. It's got a little bit of safety hem on it. This is the stuff that we use for proper installation. It's a 2x4 L metal piece is what they call that. The paper is actually woven over the top of the metal for proper waterproofing, and then you leave a small space for drainage.